Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show. Don't touch that remote. We got a great show here. This show is a special show. I've been doing this show for 29 years, and I say this is my top celebrity. He's a celebrity, but you would never know that. He's sort of, he stands back, but yet the focus is on him. He gets things done. And I want him to do most of the talking. I do a lot of talking, but I'm Italian, I talk with my hands, okay? So listen, here we got my friend, Frank Giordano. Right. Welcome to the Hank Cisco Show. You. And he is the president of the Philadelphia Pops Orchestra, okay? That is big. That is big. And Stan Husky, who is coordinator with the theater and also with the zoo and also the Columbus Monument. And we're signing maybe that Philadelphia can move in a little bit here in Montgomery County area. So, Frank Giordano, how did you get involved with the Philadelphia Pops? Now, you got to talk loud because of my hearing aids.
Well, before we begin, I have to give you a Pops pin.
Oh, my God. Oh, God.
Then I have to give you a lollipop of our 40th anniversary.
I'm diabetes. My daughters will beat me up if I did that.
But here, since you'd like to conduct, this is the baton signed by our conductor, Michael Krajewski, for you.
Oh, what's the conductor's name?
Michael Krajewski.
Would he come on here sometime?
He would come on here sometime.
I like to have him. What was the name of that one guy who uses leader of the band? Go like it's here, the band would follow.
Well, that's the conductor. We'll bring him on.
Yeah. Hey, compari, si possono, si sono lo viscoletto. Okay, here we go.
And then I brought you a couple of CDs, the Philly Pops Christmas CD.
Oh, God. Philadelphia Pops, rock, see this.
And then one of the people that performs with us, Tony DeSere, he'll be with us on March 29th at Parks Casino, when the Philly Pops big band
Well, you send me a little
playing.
something. I'm going to advertise it a week or so before, okay? And, it's good for people to, get a little music. What's his name? Lawrence Welks says, keep a song in your heart. Music keeps the world going around, right?
That's correct.
All right, now, what else? Now. How has the Pops become? How'd you get so successful?
How I got
You're an easygoing guy.
Yeah.
You don't look like a slugger.
No.
No.
How I'm a wrestler. No. How I got involved in the Philly Pops? I was on the board.
On the board of what?
Of the Philly Pops.
Well,
a friend
wait,
asked me.
The Philly Pops was there before you.
Right. The Philly Pops this is our 39th year we're in. We're going into our 40th year. So we have the pin that says 40th anniversary.
Oh, what's this? 40th.
Right, 40th.
This year.
This year is our 39th year. Our 40th year starts in September.
You're going to come back in September?
I'll come back in September.
All right, well, okay.
I'll come back in September. But the Philly Pops, this is the 39th year.
You'll be the first show we start in September.
Okay, we'll do that. And I took over the Philly Pops 5.5 years ago.
Uh-huh.
It was around for 34 years when I took it over. I was on the board, and I was asked by our chairman of our board, if I could help out, because the Philly Pops was part of the Philadelphia Orchestra, and the Philadelphia Orchestra filed bankruptcy.
Oh.
And the Philly Pops was involved with that.
Oh.
So I was asked to straighten things out and take the Philly Pops out of the bankruptcy and bring it forward, which I did.
So, what's the first thing you did? Fire anybody? Because they screwed up?
Well,
No?
the Philly Pops for 34 years was very successful, but then it started to become a little less successful. The audience started waning.
You're being very kind.
Yes. And the audience was waning, and we needed to bring in fresh programming.
Okay.
So we changed conductors. We had the same conductor for 34 years. That was Peter Nero, and we changed conductors.
Nero, he was very
And we,
popular.
Yep, very popular, an excellent piano player, probably the best in the world. And we hired Marvin Hamlish, the great Marvin Hamlish, to be our next conductor. And after he signed the contract, he died 3 days later.
Oh my God.
But during my
Somebody put the maloik.
yeah,
I don't know.
but during my conversations with Marvin, we talked about the need for new programming. And he said one of the best programmers in the country, a conductor by the name of Michael Krajewski. So Hamlish and I agreed that we would bring Michael in to do some guest
Where's he
conducting.
from, I wonder?
Orlando, Florida. But he was also the conductor of the Houston Pops, Jacksonville, Atlanta. So when Marvin Hamlish passed away, I then hired Michael Krajewski to be our principal conductor. And he's brought wonderful programming to us. Wonderful programming. To give you an example, this season, our next 3 shows that we have at the Kimmel Center are
The Kimball Center.
Kimmel Center downtown
Broad Street.
on Broad Street. We have the Best of Broadway. That's March 9th to the 11th. April 6th to the 8th, we have Sinatra and Friends.
Sinatra.
Yeah, we have a tribute
I
to
like
Frank
him.
Sinatra.
And
And then-
now the end is near, and so I face the final curtain. Go ahead.
And then April 27th to the 29th, we have Pops Rocks. And we have a tribute to
What's that?
some of the great rock and roll
Oh,
bands.
yeah.
So we have all this type of programming. We have very exciting.
In other words, when the Philadelphia Orchestra was just doing classical music or so, and they didn't get into like what you're doing, it's
Right.
you're hitting the heartstrings of people.
Right. The Philadelphia Orchestra, the great Philadelphia Orchestra, does the classical music. They play Beethoven, Bach,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
play.
like a certain crowd, you know, there's different crowds for different people, right?
Yeah, but I have a saying. When you come to a Pops concert, if the person sitting next to you looks like they're asleep, don't bother. Call 911 right away, because nobody falls asleep at a Pops concert.
No. I don't know.
No, not at
I
the
don't
Philly
know.
Pops.
I don't know. Make sure the guy don't smoking a weed or something. I know. I used to referee boxing, and I was down from the dressing room to the ring, and there was one little section there. And every time I go back, I was a policeman. I know what marijuana smells
Right.
like. I said, make sure I want to go around. I'm going to get a half bomb before I go in the ring to referee a fight. So that's what you got to put up with today.
Yes.
You know what kind of audience. But what you're doing there is you're hitting all different types of music that will inspire other people.
That's correct. In fact,
But-
our new season, which starts in September, we open up with Leslie Odom Jr. Leslie Odom Jr. is Philadelphia
What's he do?
person, and he was starring in Hamilton on Broadway.
Yeah.
So he'll be singing. And then we have these other shows. We have Storm Large, called A Crazy Kind of Love. We have the Pops Big Band, Pops Rocks,
That's great.
Uptown
Well, you're
Nights,
getting a young
Broadway.
crowd.
Yes.
You're getting a young crowd.
So here's the shows of the upcoming season.
Well, I
for
want
you.
to. I'll plug these. Leslie.
Well, we love to have you come and see our shows.
I would love to, but I will. I want to get the girl here I had on the show, and she is the Valley Forge Tourist and Convention and Arts and Culture. In other words, music, food, hotels, and everything else. So we'll hook up. You can be over here, over there, put them together. And do you have any talent to sing or what? You were just a promoter, right?
Yes, I have no
You
talent.
call her a promoter?
Well, no, I'm the executive director, the president.
Oh, that's
I'm an administrator.
administrator.
I'm a
Okay.
businessman. That's why the Pops has become so successful. We run it like a business.
That's it. That's almost like the president. The poor president, he's a businessman, and they don't understand how a businessman operates. I don't want to get into politics. So, but you're right. And I think your thinking is good. And I think that we have, how about at schools? Do you do anything about the school bands? Or I don't know, I have to check on that. Is the
Well,
school bands
Well, there's
getting
several.
bigger or smaller or
there's,
what?
There's several things that we do, which I'll talk about.
All
But
right,
since
yeah.
you brought up the schools, I'll talk about the schools. It's called the Philly Pops in Schools.
Let me hold it
And
up
the
there.
Phil-
What is it, the Philly?
Pops in
Pops?
Schools. We have a school program.
Oh,
And as you know, the school district has been cutting down on different things in the schools.
yeah.
Financial restraints, and one of them is the music programs. So we have taken over the All-City Jazz program, and we're at 10 high schools, and we help them with their jazz program. We have in April, we have the All-City Jazz concert at the Kimmel Center, but we're also in 4 elementary schools
Oh, good.
and bringing school programs there.
Drop the seeds.
Yes. So that is the brochure on the Pops in Schools.
Do you come up with a concert in the school?
Yes, yes, we do.
We have, I'd like to show you the auditorium. We have a beautiful auditorium downstairs, you know.
Well, maybe I can get the Pops Big Band to come play here.
Well, this is what I'd like to see, but here's what I like. Because today, we're talking about, we're having problems, you know, of morale, this and that, the other thing, loyalty to this country. And I would like to see a concert of patriotic music, you know, patriotic music.
Well, Hank,
And I watched, what's his name, James Cagney, when he says, Yankee Doodle Dandy, you know, something like that. A little bit of dance, a little bit of music.
Hank, let me tell you about something. You know, we come on this program and it wasn't scripted, but you are marvelous how you can pick up these different themes. So now I'm going to tell you about the most special thing about the Philly Pops. A lot of special things, but this is the most special.
Outstanding.
It's called our Salute Series. Our Salute Series started 5 years ago.
Oh my God, I gotta, go ahead.
We do 11 Christmas shows. The first Christmas show, I decided not to sell any tickets. We gave 2,000 tickets away to the military and first responders,
Oh my
the
God.
Philadelphia police
Beautiful.
and firemen, and the military. And we've been doing that now year after year for the
Oh,
past
it's
4
great.
years. That has been expanded into our Salute Series and our 2018 events. Let me just tell you about them. Over 100,000 people see the Philly Pops. I'm going to give you this. You have one
ahead.
here. But we begin with our memorial salute. The Memorial Day weekend on Saturday.
Okay.
We give a free concert at the Man in Fairmount Park in Philadelphia. We give 8,000 tickets away for the citizens of Philadelphia to begin their summer season. And we give a couple thousand of those tickets away to the military, police, and firemen. Then we move on to Independence Hall on July 3rd.
Oh,
The entire Philly Pops Orchestra, all 65 pieces, perform in front of Independence Hall
They put a
on the
temporary
evening
stage?
the stage on the evening of July 3rd. We've been doing this now for probably 15 years.
my God.
Then on July 4th, Independence Day, the Philly Pops Big Band performs on the stage with the mayor at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then in the evening, we open up the Parkway concerts. They begin with the Philly Pops, the big band.
Oh my God.
And then they bring their other major acts in. But then we move on to the Veterans Day, November 11th, and we're at the Vietnam Veterans Memorial. And as I stated before, we finish out the year on Christmas. This year, coming up, it'll be December 7th, the day of the Army-Navy game.
Oh,
And-
yeah, I was,
And
when Andre was down there about that
right,
time.
well, that was 2 years
That was
ago with
crazy.
Andre. The Philly Pops performed with Andre Bocelli.
I know, yeah.
Right, and we just did this year. But on December
the year
7th,
before.
yeah, the year before. But this year, December 7th, Pearl Harbor Day,
Yes.
the Philly Pops will be performing what we call I'll Be Home for Christmas, a salute to the military and first responders. You can't buy a ticket, Hank.
Oh,
If you wanted to buy a ticket, I wouldn't sell it to you because I
No.
can't. I give them all away, but you come as my guest on December 7th.
I'll be there, December 7th.
Right here, this is for you. That's our salute series. And that is one of the
Oh,
things
yeah.
that has made the Philly
Well,
Pop so successful.
Can I get a meds, half and half commitment to come to Norristown High School? I'll talk to the superintendent, we'll talk to the East North, West North, Norristown, and have what you do, tickets for responders, firemen, and policemen. Can you do that?
We'll see the schedule and I'll
And it
give
don't
you.
have to be on any special holiday.
Okay.
That is a holiday.
It'll
That
be-
is a holiday
it-
when we honor and acknowledge people that put their life on the line.
We'll talk to the
I
school
know,
district.
I don't want to say, well, I was a tough guy or anything, but I come close to getting killed a couple times, maybe, during the flood, walking in water that deep, and the next thing you know, I just went walking this way, but then as the water went down here, the sewer lid was up, and I just missed that, or I'd have been down the Schuylkill River, Delaware. So I didn't shoot anybody, nobody shot me, but nobody got away.
Well, you had that motorcycle.
I
Nobody got
never
away.
lost a fight in the dressing room. Right. I did my job. But now, you gonna plant some seeds here in the Northtown area
Well, you started it. We'll continue. Yes.
and and the little theater. Maybe we bring a couple violins or something down there. But this is I want to push this everything, and I'll be there December 7th. I met you at Wells Fargo when
Pacelli.
Andre Pacelli was singing.
Yes.
And Neil Gelb says, Hank, I want you to meet somebody. And I reached over, and we talked, and I said, will you come on my show? And here you are. And all the Northtown High School students, oh my God, this is going to be an honor for you. You going to like that? Yeah. Good. All right. So, now, what else we got? We got here, one other thing here. What is the most exciting type of show that you put on?
Well, the most exciting show for me personally is the Christmas show when we give the tickets away to the military and first
Right.
responders. It's a wonderful Christmas show. All of our Christmas shows are the same. We have over 300 people on stage performing. We have the 65-piece orchestra. We have the Philadelphia Boys Choir. We have the St. Thomas African Episcopal Gospel Choir.
Oh, yeah.
And then
That's
we have
good diversity. That's what I want to see.
And then we have the Philadelphia Pops Festival Chorus, and that's 170 people.
Yeah.
So we have 300 people. It's the glorious sounds of Christmas. It's wonderful. But to see the first responders, the police and firemen, and to see the military, and we all let them bring a guest. So they bring their wife, their girlfriend, or their children.
Oh, yeah.
And that is a wonderful, wonderful experience for me.
Did they eat anything afterwards or what? They had to go to their own place.
Yeah, they go on their own.
Well, you could get ShopRite or something to pick up the tab on something.
Well, maybe you could
He's a
help
good
us
guy,
with
John
that.
Brown. I interviewed him on my show. It's a great guy.
The other exciting show is to be on the Parkway on July 4th.
July 4th.
Yeah,
that's
for the
a
Philly
big one,
Pops.
yeah.
That's a big one. But our exciting shows, to give you an example, we just had a show in February 2nd to the 4th. It was called Lenny's Revolution. We celebrated the 100th anniversary of the birth of Leonard Bernstein.
Oh, he was a great director.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And we featured a lot of his music, Candide, but also excerpts from West Side Story.
Oh, yeah. That's a great show. A lot
So-
of dancing in there, too.
Right, but
right?
a lot of dancing. It was a good show, and all of our shows are good. But the most exciting one that I find is the Christmas show.
Yeah. That's
This is the biggest Christmas show anywhere in the country outside of New York
God.
City.
And that's held at
The Kimmel Center. All of our shows
How
are at
many
the Kimmel
people does
Center.
that hold about?
Well, at Christmas, because of the 300 people on stage, we lose some seats. We hold 2,100 people. During a normal show where we do not have the choir, we can fit 2,350 people.
Oh,
So all of our shows are sellouts.
yeah.
In fact, coming up next weekend, March 9th, Friday, then Saturday the 10th, and Sunday the 11th, we have our Best of Broadway.
Oh,
And
what's that about?
And we're bringing in Todd Ellison. Todd Ellison is the hottest conductor on Broadway today. He has shows on Broadway, shows in London, shows in Tokyo.
He's the director?
He's the conductor.
Conductor.
And
Well, what's the difference between a conductor and a director? I don't know.
You know, not much different. The director does a movie and the conductor does the orchestra.
Oh.
They all bring the elements together and produce something wonderful.
Well, one guy asked me one time, what's the difference between a violinist and a fiddler? The violinist sits down and the fiddler stands up. That's the only
good.
difference. So, all right, we got a question for the audience. The lady with the green hat up there. Tell me a bit about your career before Pops. Hey, that's a good one. All right, lady, thank you.
Well, I've gone from the trailer business to show
that?
business. The trailer business.
Trailer?
Truck trailers. That's how I make my living. You know the big truck trailers you see on
Yeah,
the
all
road?
the trailers for the trucks.
Right. That's the business I'm
Well,
in.
then you must have known the Toes brothers.
Yes.
They were in
Leonard
Bridgeport. They were
yeah.
good friends of mine. Leonard
Right.
Toes.
So that's the business I have. I founded that company.
You still there?
Still there. That's where I make
the name of it?
Atlantic Trailer Leasing in New Jersey.
Oh.
That's what I do.
So
I've
you
gone-
ain't hurting, right?
No. Things are okay. Things are okay.
I got another one here. Here's that guy with that hat. Take that hat off. You're inside here. What's the matter with you? All right. Has the Pops changed over your tenure as president? Has it changed?
Yes, it has changed.
And you caused them?
Yes.
Good. Don't be
And-
ashamed to
And
spread your wings.
And one of the main things that's changed is our engagement of the community. We have the Pops in schools. We bring these free concerts out to the community, and we are Philadelphia's Pops Orchestra. In fact, we are America's Pops Orchestra.
Right.
The Philly Pops is the largest standalone Pops orchestra in the United States.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Now?
Now. And we sell out all of our concerts, our subscription series. We sell it. We
How
just
am I
sell
going to get in there
everything
if it's
out.
a sellout?
But
You sneak me up in
yeah,
the toilet?
The way Gelb got you into the Bocelli, you bring it. You sit in my box.
Let me tell you, we have a very talented guy right here. John Doyle, the director here. He's involved with theater and stuff like that. He's really good. So when you mentioned maybe you could bring the orchestra here in Norristown. We have a big stage.
Well, the
maybe
Pops-
after
the Pops
you
big
almost take a
band.
look at it, you
Yep.
can see what it looks like. It holds on like over 1,000 people, I think, here. And I would like to see that. That would be so great. And then I'm sure that Philadelphia TV stations would be only too happy that Philadelphia's doing something good.
I'll ask Neil Gelb to promote us.
Oh boy, he'd be something. What do you want, Neil or Frank? Frank's down in Florida now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, we traveled a lot. Went down to Venezuela, refereed, different things. But and I said, Frank, I got a good fighter. He says, give me a singer. I have a singer. I asked some South Korea. And he was singing at a grand opening of an office, the law office, his friend. And he starts singing some songs from Rigoletto. Yeah. I went over to him. He don't speak English. He's South Korean. So the Chung, the lawyer, the friend, like this, that brought him. I just asked him if he knows any Italian songs. Now, he don't speak English. He says, yeah. He knocked out O Sole Mio, like Pavarotti. He hit, and I had him on the show here. Boom! Great. And another talent, Dr. Belasco. he's my heart doctor. 4 years ago, I had an operation here with a blockage, and and I survived. I'm still here. His son lives in Milan, Italy, and he directs 60-piece orchestra. And he shows a tape. I have a tape. You can see it on YouTube. Nick Belasco, and he goes to Russia, and he shows you the tape. And them Russians, they all watch and they all clap the same. And a big thing with 60 orchestra. God, maybe someday he could be a visiting.
Possibly, yeah.
Possibly, something like that. But I'd like you to hear this. Would you be interested in an opera singer that's
I'd hear it, yes, we could hear it.
Korean? Oh my God, I'll send you the tape.
Okay.
All right, now, I got one more question. Next year, you did line up the ones for next year, right?
Yes.
Now, after a show, what do some of the people say to you? What kind of experience do people get out of this?
Well, I stand out front in the lobby of the Kimmel Center.
I see that in the movies a lot of times.
I stand out front so people can say hello to me. Sure, some people I know, but other people come up to me, and they always tell me, and I kid you not, Hank, this was the best show ever. When we have another show, this was the best show ever. We keep bringing in new and exciting concerts.
Yeah.
And all of our audience loves it. People have come back to the Philly Pops. They said, we
That's
love
good.
the Pops. Programming was kind of getting a little stale. We've come back. This is so exciting. We have people that have been subscribers for 34, 35 years, and they say it's never been better.
Oh my God. I would like to see your orchestra come to Northtown High School and make it all patriotic songs, military. We can get in local. I belong to the Patriotic Sons of America, and we headquarters in Valley Forge Park. Now, they had a big thing there in the 50s. I don't know, you could put a big, over there at Valley Forge Park, they put a temporary stage up, and I don't know the president, I think the father of Bush was there.
Here's the lineup of the season starting in September.
Oh, let
this
me
is the
see.
lineup. All
Oh, my
these
God.
shows.
Oh, okay. Now, it starts in September, right?
Yes.
So I have to let people know about this. The dates are September, November, January, February, March, and I give them the dates. Who's this pretty girl?
That pretty girl is Mandy Gonzalez. She's a Broadway star, and she will be performing in all 11 of our Christmas shows. She performed at the 4th of July with us last year. She's a singer.
She sings.
Yes.
What type of songs?
Well,
Classical?
yeah, well, no, she sings popular music.
Popular?
Yes. She'll be singing Christmas music on our Christmas
Oh,
shows.
yeah. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. How about me? You got room for me?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I sang in front of President Truman's picture one time. That's the only one I heard. And one guy, I sang in Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, too. They're Social Security jokes. You'll get it when you're 65.
I'm 67. I get it.
All right. Okay, here's one that's this is digging deep now. This is that one lady. Every time she comes, she always has this one question. How would you rate Philly as an art city?
Well, that's...
I got an answer for that, but
well,
go ahead.
Okay, I just came back from Quebec late
Canada.
yesterday, Canada. And they were telling me something about the arts programs in Quebec. I started to tell them about Philadelphia, and they couldn't believe it. The Kimmel Center is on the Avenue of the Arts in Philadelphia. We have the opera, we have the ballet, we have the chamber orchestra, Curtis, which educates singers and musicians at no charge. They've been doing it for, I don't know, maybe 100 years. We have the Philadelphia Orchestra. Philadelphia is a tremendous arts city, tremendous, and the city supports the arts programs. And if you go up and down Broad Street at night, you'll see how it's lit up, the different arts centers.
Oh, yeah.
So we are fortunate to be in Philadelphia.
Oh, good. All right. We only got 30 seconds. You going to come? Are you going to come to Norristown and put a show on at Norristown High School? Can I get a half-different commitment?
You have a half commitment here.
Okay. Now, and so, ladies and gentlemen, it's great. I don't say it's great. I say it's an honor for me, an 8th grade dropout that later got an education, to interview someone that is making Philadelphia move up, move out, and get people together. So, Frank Giordano, president of the Philadelphia Pops, weighing 100 like in Madison Square Garden. God bless you, and God bless Philadelphia Pops, and may God bless each and every one. Thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home. Remember, Philadelphia Pops, check the website, check it out, and you'll hear some stuff from this station talking about what's up there. And we're going to have something here in Norristown, okay? Adios, amigos. Thank you. And then, a la salud. And then, to my friends, means to your health. You got your health, you got everything. Adios. Ah.